Hey guys, in today's video I want to talk about Greninja, another character that was requested lately for me to make a video about again. And since Duraludon was there for a while, Greninja was kind of pushed away again, but now that Duraludon is nerfed, we can start playing Greninja again quite easily. And yeah, he's still pretty insane. And I'm gonna go over his items, his builds, and how to play him and how to carry better with him. So we play Smokescreen and Surf, because it just snowballs teamfights or solo queue game is very hard. And for items we have Muscle, Scope for damage, and Body Barrier, so we don't just die in teamfights. And it's just very important to understand where your limits are and how to get a reset, right? And using also your surf resets very rare, which can be difficult. It does take a few games to maybe get used to it. But when you get used to it, it's going to be absolutely insane. And this build is super addicting and fun to play. One of the most fun builds, I think, in Unite, that is Surf. And yeah, for the early game, we're just looking for experience. You obviously want to get level 7 as fast as possible and then be level 9 for the first dread if we can. And always make sure that we weave in our melee attacks. So Greninja is kind of weird. He has like a difference between ranged and melee auto attacks. His ranged auto attacks can slow and boosted auto attack, and his melees actually have execute damage. And his boosted auto attack does even more execute damage. So for this early game, we always want to be melee if we can sometimes, but it's not really necessary too much. But yeah, your melee attacks do more damage. So for the first clear, it's very important to be in melee range. Afterwards, it's not going to matter too much. But yeah, melee does more damage. And that's also how you can finish off some targets with the melee boosted auto attack, because it does absolutely crazy damage to someone. Especially since, again, it has an execute as well. And then when you get Surf, Surf also has execute damage. When you hit someone with Surf under half HP, you also do bonus damage. So it's always very important to use your Surf on someone that is under half HP. And the way Surf works is if you get a reset or like a kill, if you actually get a kill on anything, it doesn't matter if it's a Corphish or an enemy Pokemon or Zapdos, you get a Surf reset and you can Surf instantly again. And also heals you as well. So the ability does quite a lot and also does just crazy damage. So now we are at 7.5, just trying to look for level 9 as much as we can. So just early game pathing is quite simple. Again, you saw me just reconning for my buff after bees, so that I can have 6 buffs before the dread spawns. Here we're looking for a gank. I'm just going to smoke screen in so they can't see me coming. Go towards the Pikachu, and it's quite an easy kill. There we go. Actually, almost. He almost gets away. Don't do that much damage early game yet, but yeah, now we stay melee bit, range. Also the ranged bit basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Surf, so it's also very important. Sometimes you will see later on that I will play around it sometimes, where I will stay on purpose and ranged auto attack because that gives me cooldown reduction for my Surf, instead of melee, which doesn't. So yeah, ranged basic attack stuff get cooldown reduction as well, and melee down. Quite interesting. So now we clear our buffs again. We're almost level 9. I keep checking bot lane to see if the enemy team's starting. It's actually starting, but I thought I still have enough time to get it fast. I'm just gonna surf over the wall and just get to bot lane maybe fast with another surf reset. I just want to make it there as fast as I can, but luckily the enemy team put the Dreadnought very fast, so I'm here now with Unite move and I'm just gonna instantly go and I'm just gonna kill them. There we go, we find one reset as well. There's the first reset, and then we go for the enemy jungler, try to kill him as well. Now we stay in melee range because we want our damage to be there, right? We just wanna do as much damage as we can, and we have a triple kill. Very fast. This is why the pathing is very important. When you're level 9 as Greninja, you can dedicate the first Dreadnought quite easily. You do so much damage. This Unite move is actually not that bad as well. Like you can easily get into a fight and just do crazy damage with it. It also stuns a bit. And now we're just back to farming. So now we can see the surf resets. We obviously use it to farm as well. A trick is always to understand where your boosted auto attack is. So the boosted melee attack also goes through a target. So you can already know like where you're going to be landing. Here we get a nice reset. And we should just kill this guy. Then actually, a smoke screen does give you a boosted auto attack as well. So I'm using my smoke screen there to get another boosted auto attack and we take him down. So when I boost auto attack through something, I already know that I'm on the other side. So I'm just looking for the surf instantly towards the other side to make it quite easy. And then we get another nice kill with the surf reset. Score 50, get a 37 over dunk. Did it fast before my champ, scores less points. And yeah, now we go back to our buffs. And we will just play towards the next Dreadnought. And our goal is now, like, when you're this far ahead, your goal is to be level 15 as fast as possible. This is just the most important thing, be level 15. And we can just use Surf on cooldown by farming. Always make sure just to get the last hit on something, and that's just important. Looking towards bot lane now. Smokescreen plus also is quite interesting, and actually after leaving your smokescreen, you actually do more damage as well. That's why we also play this, we just do more damage with it. Here we just surf into gap close, and there you see my boosted auto attack, right, on the melee, doing absolutely insane damage on the execute, which is just very nice. Here I was like, I can score, but it doesn't really matter, it's 16 coins. I'm just like, why am I even doing this? This is so pointless, not really worth it. If I die, I give up huge experience to the enemy team, so you have to be very careful. Greninja can die easily if you overestimate yourself or if you don't find the reset, right? So you always have to be watching out, or can I get the reset or not, and yeah, be careful not. Here we smoke screen again, he doesn't see me coming, And there we go, auto attack, we get a nice quick kill, and we get another kill. And just clean them up so fast. I have such a huge level lead, I do so much damage right now. And this character just snowball games very hard. When you have a 2-3 level lead over your opponents, you just do crazy damage with this character, especially with Surf. Now the next team fight, Sally, they all moved in. And I'm just gonna instantly Unite move, just look for a target to pick off, and we already get one kill. Looking for the reset now, we get this reset on Blissey. Sally actually dropped kinda low here, but we still get one more kill. And we just run them over. They just have no chance. It's such a huge lead, we smoke screening again, but this Pikachu is quite far away. In those scenarios you can always look for beats or something, but I actually missed up my Surf here. I still heal an insane amount because I hit multiple targets, but I was kind of beat here. In this scenario, I just stay in range auto attack, and then I go for the Corpfish. I actually thought I got to get the last hit there, but I sadly didn't. Stay in range form again, and we just try to get our Surf cooldown. There was the Surf cooldown coming in, and we're just auto taking the Talonflame to get it back up faster. And yeah, sadly, didn't get the Corpfish last hit, but yeah, my team still managed to snipe Dreadnought away. I actually missed my Surf here, but we still got the kill, and now we have to play it very slowly, just staying in auto-attack form, and just waiting for the reset to happen. There's one reset, we get stunned, there's another reset, and we just smoke screen in. We don't need to reset this Pikachu, he's the last man standing, and we just take him down with a Surf as well. Don't get the reset for that, but it doesn't matter, right, on a single target, and we get a Quadra kill. We just get a nice Quadra kill. Obviously, can't score 50 points here, so I'm 50 now. What matters now is just I have my Unite move up for Zapdos. And that is the one time in this game I actually messed up, you will see, and I will talk about what things I should be doing differently as well, so you guys understand like what my mistake was, and how to not go for the same mistake. Because right now, if I die, right, if I die in this scenario, the game is pretty much over. I'm the highest level, I will be dead for 30 to 40 seconds, I have an insane kill streak, I think I haven't died once this entire game yet, and that just means you have a very, they saw 16 kills, that means you have a huge death timer, and I'm just gonna be patient now. There's nothing really to do. You should never just over push these right before Zapdos. You should never over push tier 2 turrets. It just makes no sense. You just might die before Zapdos. You might want to use Unite move here. The enemy guy is like, okay, I'm gonna Unite move him, but I'm just gonna stay in melee form, auto take him to death, and he dies. Again, melee stupid more damage, and now I was so scared here, but I'm just playing on the vision, basic attacking him in range. Again, there was the basic attack in ranged, giving me cooldown reduction for my Surf, and I outplayed this guy as well. Get another nice kill. That was very close. If I die there again, they would have like 15 seconds where they can just do Zapdos. So I probably should have been more careful. I probably shouldn't, after that Sumeru used Unite move, I should have just ran, right? I shouldn't even fought that Sumeru. The kill's not even worth it. I already got this Unite move up, which is already more important. Late game fights, you have to be a bit patient. You don't want to be the first one jumping in. You first want to see your team go in. And there we go. My team is in. I'm just going to look for something. Just try to hit as many targets as possible. Proc my own body barrier. Look for a Surf reset. There's one reset. But I instantly get stunned. I use full heal though. And my full heal does save me there. But now is where I messed up. Like, I tried to actually get a reset on the buff, but I just did it way too early. Now Pikachu Thunder gets me. And I'm dead for 38 seconds. And this is just something you can't afford to do on someone like Greninja. I should have just went for the Corpfish, got a reset on the Corpfish. I just ran. Like, I think I tried to be too fancy. But yeah, now I just have to pray that my team does well before I respawn. Yeah, again, things like this can happen. I think it was the only mistake I did the entire game. But that's the thing, right? You can play a perfect game, and if you do one mistake late game, you might just lose the game. This is why, if you want to win solo queue games, you have to do just no mistakes, right? If you do no mistakes, you have a higher chance of winning the game. That's just how it is. So, luckily, my team, after I still made them pretty far ahead this entire game, gets Zapdos, so very nice job, team. And now we just have to defend. They already broke top lane. My team is scoring, so I'm just waiting right here. Not much to do right now. We can just chill. And yeah, I think that they try another push, but like it doesn't really, nothing really happens. Actually, my team is the dice here, so it's actually still quite risky. We still have to be very careful, but we just stay on the goal. Also, in these scenarios, always make sure you have one person on the goal and like 2 or 3 in base on the jumps to respond. But you always want to have one on the goal first, because if the enemies have like 10 or 20 points in the score sheet, you will not be able to kill that, right? If you're in base, you jump into late. So when both things are still up, always have one top, one bottom, and then have one or two people in base being able to respond to where many characters are. But it's very important to just have one person on the goal already to stop like just small scores from happening. And yeah, we win this game still. I think that was still a crazy Greninja game. I have 20 kills, 104k damage, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!